Prasad of the Bharatiya Janata Party on this historic day today, where we got finally the verdict in the Malegaon blast case of 2008. In fact, all 7 accused were acquitted, and Ravi Shankar Prasad of the BJP in fact raised some pertinent questions. For example, some of them being how it was a well-calculated conspiracy of the Congress government for sheer vote bank politics, how Saffron bogie conspiracy has been exposed, and the question really that's being asked today is, will these Congress netas today apologize for what they did? Because the question also is, can this acquittal really bring back the time that has been lost, the years that have been lost as well? Remember, viewers, after 17 long years, a special National Investigation Agency court in Mumbai acquitted all 7 accused, including former BJP MP Pragya Singh Thakur, Lieutenant Colonel Purohit, in the 2008 Malegaon blast case. And viewers, on being asked about Malegaon verdict, Rahul Gandhi seemed to be dodging the key question. We asked him on Malegaon. He spoke on economy. This is the same Rahul Gandhi who once upon a time called Sadhvi Pragya a terrorist. Listen in.
Sir, all the accused have been acquitted in Malegaon blast, sir.
All 7 have been acquitted in Malegaon.
All accused have been acquitted, sir.
Look, please don't, sister, please don't try and digress the issue. The main issue sitting in front of India today is that the government has destroyed our economic policy, has destroyed our defense policy, has destroyed our foreign policy. Okay? They are running this country into the ground. You people don't say it. You people want to talk about other issues, right? But they are running this country into the ground. Prime Minister एक ही व्यक्ति के लिए काम करते हैं, अदानी। सारे के सारे स्मॉल बिजनेसेस उड़ा दिए। आप देख लीजिए, ये डील होगी, ट्रंप डिफाइन करेगा ये डील कैसे होगी, और मोदी वही करेगा जो ट्रंप कहेगा।
Thank you. But the Saffron terror, anything on Saffron terror?
Well, that's the heart of the BJP, na? That's the center of the BJP. That's the heart of the RSS. What can I say? वो उनकी आत्मा है, वो कहीं ना कहीं से निकलेगी। वो उनकी आत्मा है, उसको वो गांधी जी की जितनी भी पूजा करें, वो आत्मा उनकी वो है। Thank you. I don't need to waste my time demanding action about it.
So you heard, viewers, what Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, had to say. Let me now go across to my guests who are live with us this afternoon. We have with us Subhash Jha, who is an advocate, Advocate Nikhil Jain, who is a political analyst, and Mr. R.S.N. Singh, who is an author. He continues to be with us. Advocate Nikhil Jain, if you heard what Rahul Gandhi had to say today, I want your reaction on that. He was specifically asked, all 7 accused in the Malegaon blast case have been acquitted. And what was Rahul Gandhi's response? Sister, please don't try to digress the issue. It was the same Congress party that started this theory of saffron terror or Bhagwa terror. Today, Rahul Gandhi has no answers. Why?
Enough fact of the matter is that under this government, there have been 11 years since this trial has been going, longer than that, but for 11 years under this government, and all accused in a very important terror case stand acquitted. Right now, the question should not be asked of the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, but should be asked of the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, and the BJP on what sort of shoddy prosecution was being carried out that you now have a terror attack, but we don't know who carried out that terror attack. This is not how we can go about things. Whether a terror attack is carried out by Islamic extremists or Hindu extremists or those of any other nature, we cannot let terror go unpunished. But sadly, that is what we're seeing right now.
No, all that is fine. But Advocate Nikhil Jain, I am asking you a pointed question. What about the conspiracy theories that were floated around that time? Because all the accused stand acquitted. And I also want to remind you and our viewers about the key observations that were made by the special NIA court today. One of them being, prosecution failed to prove bomb was on the bike. There was no evidence of RDX storage in Colonel Purohit's house, no evidence that Colonel Purohit assembled the bomb, no proof that Sadhvi Pragya owned the vehicle.
Are we saying that the bomb blast did not happen? Are we saying the 6 people did not die? Are we saying that the 100 people were not injured? A terror attack was certainly carried out. Some people did certainly carry it out. It might have been these accused, it might have been somebody else. But let me tell you something, and I'm sure the other advocate on the panel will attest to that. just because something is not proved in a court of law does not mean it did not happen, number one. Number two, it is still a judgment of the trial court. It remains to be seen what the judgment of the High Court and later the Supreme Court would be.
Okay, I will get Mr. Subhash Jha as well as Mr. Arisan Singh to respond. Okay, very quickly, please.
In 2016, the prosecutor in the case came out on record and said that the direction from the political masters was to go soft on the accused. So the government was trying to pressurize the prosecution to put a weak case in front of the court, and the court can only decide on the basis of the case put forth by the prosecution. So if a prosecution put forth a weak case, you will certainly see an acquittal.
Okay,
that's how it is.
Okay, so you're putting the onus completely on the prosecution. Now I will get Mr. Subhash Jha as well as Mr. Arisan Singh to respond to the points you have made. But before that, viewers, this is not just a legal verdict. It is a political landmine. During the UPA years, Congress leaders coined and popularized the term Hindu terror. The BJP and the Sangh Parivar hit back, calling it a deliberate attempt to defame Sanatan Dharma and appease vote banks. And just yesterday, hours before the verdict, Union Home Minister Amit Shah stood in the Rajya Sabha and declared, and this is what he said, I'm quoting him, "I proudly say Hindus can never be terrorists." Listen in.
हिंदू टेरर का सगुफा किसने छोड़ा? मैं आज दुनिया के सामने, देश की जनता के सामने गर्व से कहता हूं कि हिंदू कभी टेररिस्ट नहीं हो सकता। हम कभी टेररिस्ट नहीं हो सकते। क्या कहना चाहते हैं? फर्जी टाइप के केस बनाए, एक भी केस अदालत में नहीं टिका। देशभक्त संगठनों पर आरोप लगाए आपने, सिर्फ आपकी छिछोरी राजनीति के लिए, क्षुल्लक फायदे के लिए।
And viewers, let's now take you through one by one the key observations that were made by the court today. One of them was the prosecution proved that yes, there was a blast. But what we are going to tell you now is another important aspect. Prosecution, in fact, failed to prove bomb was on the bike. This is what the court observed. Court also observed that there was no evidence of any RDX storage in Colonel Purohit's house. The court also observed that there was no evidence Colonel Purohit actually assembled the bomb. And this is extremely important. No evidence who parked the vehicle. No proof that Sadhvi Pragya actually owned the vehicle, the bike in this particular case. No proof that Sadhvi Pragya was in possession of the bike, the vehicle that was used. And court also observed that the accused deserved benefit of doubt. Mere suspicion cannot lead to conviction. And viewers, this is what the court observed today. Let me go across to Alok Kumar, who is International Working President of the VHP, who is joining us on the broadcast as well. Mr. Alok Kumar, good afternoon. Thank you very much for speaking with us here on Times Now. Firstly, how will you like to respond today? After about 17 long years, the verdict is out by the special NIA court and all 7 accused have been acquitted.
We are happy, and I would consider that this judgment is one of the most important judgments of the decade. It does not only acquit the 7 accused, it also clears the allegations that were put up against the Hindu society in the name of Saffron terror. I believe that in the year 2008, the then government and the Congress party together conspired to create a bogey of Hindu terror. I am sure that they knew that no such thing exists, but they decided to set up a narrative to this effect. This case was used for it. Persons were arrested, tortured. The false witnesses were created, pressurized, and when they did not yield to the pressure, then they were tortured. During the trial, witness after witness came to the court and said that his statement recorded by the police is false and was given under duress and torture. The truth has come out. None of them was guilty. There is no such thing as Saffron terror. And therefore, this judgment has its important and very wider implications.
But
the sad thing is that in a hurry to implicate the Hindu leaders,
right,
the actual perpetrators of the blasts and their backer country was allowed to go scot-free and unidentified. Today's judgment proves that Hindus cannot be the terrorists. There is not a single incident in the history when we took up our armies for conversion to Hinduism or put up a sword on anybody's neck to convert him. We welcome this judgment.
Okay. Mr. Alok Kumar, the opposition is still not convinced. Even though all 7 accused have been acquitted in this particular case, this narrative of Saffron terror has been punctured as well by the verdict that came out today, by the important observations that were made in the courtroom today. Opposition is not convinced. Opposition is of the view that, something perhaps is not right. They're questioning the, work of the prosecution here, questioning how come the witnesses turned hostile, so many of them, and also at the same time they're talking about Samjhauta and LTTE.
It is difficult to convince the people who do not believe in the constitutional system. The adjudication by a competent court after the full-length trial, I believe that nobody should snipe at it. You should respect the judgment of the court. It is their right to decide.
Mr. Alok Kumar.
Yeah. And therefore...
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. And therefore, I would say that there are crucial and gaping holes in the investigation which the court has pointed out. This is a case where it should be taken to the High Court or to the Supreme Court. As an advocate, my preliminary opinion is that the prosecution case has no legs to stand upon and the judgment would remain even after the Supreme Court.
Okay. Mr. Alok Kumar, many are also saying that, even though it is a historic day today, all 7 accused have been acquitted. Yes, it is a good news. But what happens to the suffering? What happens to, the torture that these accused had to go through for so many years? We all remember what Sadhvi Pragya had to say. We all remember what Colonel Purohit had to go through.
That's a question which is in a wider domain. I would believe that the framers of the Hindu Saffron terrorism theory, particularly the oldest political party of the country, the people will punish them at the right time.
Do you think, Mr. Alok Kumar, all those...
The adequate retribution.
Okay. Do you think, Mr. Alok Kumar, all those who were responsible for, promoting this bogey of Saffron terror, we know about 2 former home ministers of this country, and also how Rahul Gandhi also had, made a statement how he called that Hindu terror perhaps is more dangerous than LET, something that Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, the BJP MP, also spoke about a short while ago. Do you think all of these people should apologize today to the nation?
Rahul Gandhi even said that the Saffron terrorism is more dangerous than jihad. Somebody else also asked me this question, if they should apologize. I told them they have not apologized for the partition of India. They have not apologized for the imposition of emergency. They have not apologized for the mayhem of the Sikhs. It is now for the people to make adequate punishments which a democracy permits.
Okay. What do you like to say to all the 7 accused and what they had to really go through for so many years, because eventually it turned out that these were conspiracies, because what we have learnt after hearing the verdict today, no RDX was found at Colonel Purohit's residence. There is no clear case to say that the vehicle actually belonged to Sadhvi Pragya. What will you like to say to them today?
I would say thank you. We all stand with you. You have suffered for the cause of the entire Hindu society, suffered bravely, suffered with courage and conviction. And therefore, this society would always remember you for the pain and sufferings that you have undergone and stand undeterred. I thank them all with the core of my heart and on behalf of the civilized society of the world.
All right, Mr. Alok Kumar, thank you very much for speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective on this very, very important story today.
Thank you.
Let's now go back to our guests who continue to be with us as well. Subhash Jha, I want you to specifically respond to what Advocate Nikhil Jain, the points that he had raised. Could you unmute yourself, sir?
I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'm in complete disagreement with what Nikhil is seeking to suggest. Now, look at, we have to go a little backward. And I may take you a little backward. Malegaon blast took place on 9th of September 2008. It was investigated by the local police called Azad Nagar Police Station. And there were 12 accused who were arrested in this case. They were all Muslims. So it went on a particular theory. Now please see what happened thereafter. Now thereafter, ATS took over the investigation within the next couple of months. ATS of Maharashtra, that means Anti-Terrorist Squad of Maharashtra Police. Now they filed charge sheet, incidentally. They filed charge sheet as against whom? Those 12 people, 12 accused, were all Muslims. So it went in a different direction altogether. So ultimately, if that investigation was flawed, or if this investigation is flawed, is something I do not understand after having practiced law for 40 years.
Right.
I really fail to understand where are we heading for. Now, if those people, if NIA, now please see what happened thereafter. NIA conducted investigation, and NIA, way back in 2016 somewhere, gave a clean sheet to Sadhvi Pragya saying Colonel Purohit and others.
Right.
But report was not accepted. The negative report, or there being no cases against Sadhvi or Colonel Purohit, was not accepted by the trial court.
Right.
And then trial court proceeded to with the trial.
Okay.
And ultimately, after 17 years, long years, now it turned out to be a case of acquittal. And
right. I'm just interrupting you there. Please stay on with us. I know Advocate Nikhil Jain also wants to respond, but I have to slip into a very, very short commercial break. Back with more. Stay with us.